Well, I just had to look at this dome one more time at the South Pole. The South Pole Dome. It's an absolute joke. It's an Oblate spheroid or something. What's going on here? Look how few there are here yet on the other side. And look, they sort of double up. And this is what I've noticed. But as well, I'll show you something that's even more telling. Look at the colour of it here. It's just completely covered with snow at this time. Or what? That is very odd indeed, isn't it? It's multicoloured. Multicoloured indeed. There it is in black. So yes, and people say there's no snow much. What's this stuff here on it? Look at this here. How did that get there? How does that stay there anyway? Why isn't that melting and dribbling down? Or is that just fake foam? This is fraudulent as. Look at this big block in here. And it goes inside, the snow's inside, or the ice, you know. They just plonked it over the top of the ice, and the ice has been there for years. The ground's all permafrosted, you see, that's the idea. Now look at this ridge in the back here. I'm not sure we see that in too many other shots either. Pretty high and mighty ridge. Seems a lot flatter in this shot. This is absolute fraud on fraud, this thing. Look, here we go. This is the dome here, yeah, this is the place before they pulled it down. There's their little ball that they've got. Well, the ridges must be the other way. Very strange indeed. And this is another, it's a Union Jack. Yes, I can't see where these ridges are. Yep, definitely all flat land there. All flat land there. Let's go back and see, you know, sort of. What is all this stuff compared to that? Those two weren't there before in that colour. There's one big black cube there. That's there, but where's this one? Must have been a new addition, of course, you know. Yep. There's the big black cube, all this stuff out in the weather. It's all cool. We've got the geodesic dome. We're getting our little dome here. There's one here somewhere. View more of the dome. Well, I just don't know what's going on here. It's half covered in snow, and they've got this thing now. You don't see that in any other pictures of the dome, do you? It's definitely supposed to be there. South Pole Station, it says for it. So there you go, eh? Isn't that a nice little fraud on fraud? No shadow on this guy, but a big shadow there. Shouldn't there be a shadow there? Is that the shadow there, is it? Very weak indeed. What's this business here too? Well, there's that thing in the distance, though, see? So what's this? You know? And that all looks like there's nothing on it at the moment, I don't know. That's very odd indeed, that photo. We've got all the flags flying here. Here we go inside here into the dark. Very dark looking indeed in there. That looks way scary, doesn't it? The big black dome. Now look how small it looks here. It definitely looks a lot bigger in some of the other shots. But I see, this is what you do. You put all these buildings in here. And because it's a geodesic dome, you know, it keeps it all much warmer. It's not seeming to work here. It's all icing up here, isn't it? Very strange construction here. Got a pallet here. At least that's a sort of reasonable sort of door. But, you know, look at these cardboard boxes all here. Very strange. Nice light source here from somewhere. It's all pretty well lit, isn't it, in the dome there? But not much light seems to be coming through. But look, there's a little bit of a light coming in there. Very interesting indeed, this dome, that's for sure. A little Swiss village inside the dome. Yeah, this looks monstrous compared to that other photo I just showed you of the dome. So as you can see, fraudulence going on here. big time. Different things in the dome all the time. They built these things and they put those things in there. Oh, look, they cleared it all out because they got a better station or something, you know. Well, it looks a bit different, doesn't it? This bit to this bit. Oh, I see. No, there's that photo of that. But gee, it's huge, isn't it, compared to that other shot? Let's just go back to the other shot. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot smaller. These panels look a lot bigger too, in a way, from, this idea inside here. And it's got two waves of things, like a web. Whereas, just doesn't look the same, does it there? Oh, fraud on fraud on fraud. What do you expect, you know? It's just another sort of moon bit. This looks a lot like that other stuff I was looking at before, these little things running around too. And they certainly love these geodesic dome ideas everywhere you look down there. This big building up on the hill here. Yeah, I tell you now, this stuff in Antarctica is just fraud on fraud. Look at this bit now, the last of the dome. Oh, look at that, eh? The bat wings. The bat wings, just like McMurdo. And there's our big mountain range back again. Now you see it, now you don't. I tell you what, very inconsistent. Like here's the station today, the alleged station today. Doesn't that look like a cartoon? But they penguins in the background, those little things there. Look at that. Oh, the tents. Oh, what a joke. And look, nice 7. Coding everywhere in these things. There's another one there. Yeah, I'm afraid Antarctica just doesn't stack up. There's definitely a lot of fraud going in, and it doesn't matter what 5 red pairs and his mates want to go and bellyache about. I might have made one mistake in my Berardi video about the helipad, but as if they're building something in containers down there and it doesn't even drain into the ground. So they store all the wastewater in the shipping containers. That sounds even smellier than the NASA little bucket that they're supposed to go 8 days peeing in. I tell you, it's just rubbish on rubbish. Look at the 7. You won't approach that, will you, Mr. Pears? You don't want to touch any subject like that. It's not in your remit.